Starting again in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Hey everybody. We're doing the heading to the Breakaway stream. Sorry you missed us loading the game up. That's part of the last. I ended up on the last part of Katamari because there was like one tangent which we can't afford to split. And then we missed a bit more because Elena immediately demonetized us. So
because I'm a silly goofy goober.
Because you're. I almost demonetized us just by describing you. I went to describe you, but that would have demonetized us as well. So let's just not. Okay. We're
gonna call me a super cutie, wonderful girlfriend.
You are one of those words.
Cute.
Actually, I guess. Well, I guess if we were separating into single words, then girl is the accurate one.
I'm not your friend, even.
No, you're my girl enemy.
Oh my god. Can I be gay girl enemies with you? What do I think about this sweater?
Oh, I like kittens.
I like it. Jen. It's nice.
Kitties are good.
You can't say gasoline and say fuck, but you can say cunt and drink bleach. You sure can.
No, please don't drink bleach. I once watched a documentary about what happens if you drink bleach. And it's
probably about as bad as drinking gasoline. But, well, it's kind of more immediately detrimental to your health than drinking gasoline would be.
Yeah, I think the thing is with gasoline is that, like, I imagine that, like, I don't know, it's mysterious what happens. Bleach is just, it fucking burns through you, dumbass.
Well, I mean, gasoline can dissolve plastic, so that should tell you a little bit about capabilities.
Oh. But are people made of plastic?
Well, no, but, like, plastic isn't an easy substance to dissolve, you know?
That's fair, that's fair. Can I just mention, by the way, I'm playing a very... So it's nice...
The thing that bleach does is it turns you into soap. Like, it literally...
Yeah.
Takes the fat molecules in your tissues and converts them into soap molecules.
Yeah.
So... Not a good time.
Oh yeah. So one of the bad decisions I made today, right? And I feel like I'm gonna end up regretting this. Is there was some fucking... I noticed that like a friend of mine had got into a quote-unquote conversation with a turf, right?
Oh, yeah, don't do that.
Yeah. She needs to stop. She needs to stop being on the front lines. Like, there's no point talking to them, right? But basically, the turf was just spamming like a collection of bad memes, basically.
I see.
You know, that's basically the thing. So I just started like passively aggressively replying to them all with bad SpongeBob memes.
Where was this? Was this on Twitter?
Yeah, on Twitter. I was like, I was like, oh damn, we posting our meme folders here? And I posted one. The first one I posted was great. It's Squid, you know, the Squidward in the future when he sees there's multiple SpongeBobs or whatever, right? Was that actually really a thing that happens, or is this an edit? Maybe it's an edit. Squidward in the Chrome future, and there's multiple SpongeBobs. Does that actually happen in the episode? Are they like clones?
Like a sponge bot.
Okay, I don't know what's going on, but
Strawwitch like, says that happened. I'll take.
Okay, so he's there with the multiple SpongeBobs, right? And there's this text that's like, it's like impact font and it's like in 3D, and it's like leaning into the screen, and it's at an angle, and it's sort of like just off angle in every way possible, right? And the text is like, "Oh heavens, no! The spokescalorbs are plentiful."
Beautiful. Oh, I bet I can squeebus my way over here. Yeah, look at that. There's a mission I'm gonna do. I thought there was. There you go. But there was a mission. I was wrong. This place is very bismuth.
Yeah, it really is.
Bismuth is the substance that makes the hexagonal crystals, right? Just in these like big hexagonal like rock formations.
No, hexagonal rock formations are basalt.
Oh yeah.
They're basalt pillars.
I wonder if there's bismuth in those though, because like rocks are like they're made out of like a collection of minerals.
There's a collection of minerals in your butthole.
It could be something else,
according
but
to conservatives.
My hypothesis: it could be bismuth there.
Do you think anybody's ever used like a bismuth colon stone?
But Nile Red has a video where he makes a knife out of bismuth.
Bismuth's poisonous. That's probably not good.
Is it? No, it's not.
It's
completely.
toxic,
It's not.
yeah.
But that's the main ingredient in Pepto-Bismol. That's where the biz in that comes from. For bismuth.
What?
Yeah.
Fucking serious. I'm looking this up. Is bismuth toxic? Oh wait, it's non-toxic. It's non-toxic.
I was gonna say I didn't think it was toxic. And if it was, it's not toxic in small amounts for medicinal use.
Up to 15 grams can be tolerated by an adult. Wait, but apparently long-term use of bismuth may result in side effects and even toxicity.
So don't just like chug Pepto-Bismol every day.
Yeah, Penny does have granny hair. It's really weird. That is a... You know, that does make sense,
okay, we're cool.
I love it when Penny does that.
Does what?
The thing she did on the wall. I love it when Penny goes... and slides down.
Okay, thankfully I don't seem to have stained my new shirt.
I tried to make like a glitchy noise, it didn't really work. I can't flutter my mouth noises fast enough.
You deal with that bowl and deliver the...
I'm tired. I'm sleeping. I'm fatigued. I'm restful.
It's so cool.
I'm sleepy. Hey Elena, do you think it's time for more Toad?
No.
Do you think it's time for Toad on stream?
No. We already had Toad on stream earlier.
I guess I'm gonna
Toad was in Princess Peach Showtime.
Do you want Toad to appear? Yes. No. It's gonna be a 10-minute long poll, let's go.
There you go.
I'm using democracy to usurp power.
Shh. Fuck you.
Democracy is failing! No! No!
It's not failing, you're just finding out that, nobody agrees with you, actually.
Oh, I'm gonna go and die.
Oh yeah, speaking of Princess Peach Showtime, I'm also... Tomorrow I'm gonna start streaming, for Princess Peach. I can beat that on the stream before Princess Peach Showtime comes out.
Oh, can I dunk on my managers at work a second?
Okay.
Okay, so... because people may have figured out... People know I work at shit restaurant company, right?
Uh-huh.
And it's one of the ones that I think has some ties to, you know... I'm gonna keep these things vague. Has some ties to a state that may be committing genocide at the minute, right?
Keep it vague for the YouTube monetization.
Sorry, I meant, there's a bad time run. They're doing a bad time run.
Oh, I didn't manage this.
And, you know, I mean, you know, if you're the sort of person who's horrified by, like, the senseless loss of human life and the intentional persecution and mass slaughter of innocent people in what is transparently, in the long term, an attempt just to grab land in what's obviously a much larger long-term plan to grab land. I mean, if you look at the maps over the last 80 years, like, what else are you going to describe this as? Let's be real. But anyway, my point is, okay, you might be reasonably upset at the company I work for, right? And it's like, hey, join the club. I hated them before there was a good reason.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of good reasons. You had good reasons. You didn't just hate them for no reason.
Okay, even if I didn't have a good reason, I'd still hate them, though. My point is, we had like 12 protesters outside for about 15 minutes today, right?
Uh-huh.
12 people, like it looked like some fucker's dad, a little old lady, and a handful of college kids, right?
Huh.
And they were nice, like I walked past them in uniform when I was coming off my break, and I smiled and gave them like a nod, like a friendly nod, like you do when you're in a you know, country area. And they smiled and nod back, you know, just nice people, right? I get on shift, and one of the managers comes to me and is like, "There's protesters outside. You must not leave the building for your own safety." And I'm like,
have you seen what they look like?
Yeah, and they're just such a laughable bullshit. Such fucking, it's fucking, and then like I like sort of laughed that one off. So another manager, I think the one I laughed at must have like complained to the other one. I wasn't taking it seriously. So then I have another one come to me and is like, "Listen, protests can turn violent really quickly."
It's like 7 people, alright?
Yeah, and I think like
one of them is elderly.
Yeah, and like, well, I think 12 is a more reasonable estimate. It's like,
okay.
It's like a decent number of collegey-looking people.
Okay.
There was one fucker who had a tambourine, so they were armed, I guess.
It's like this isn't even this isn't in the US or something. Like, people aren't armed.
Yeah.
You know?
But like the thing is I think to myself, right, like, in that moment I thought to myself, how do I explain to this like brainless middle manager, right? That the idea of going outside and having a protester cave my head in, killing me instantly, is like preferable to the conversation we're currently having. Like, I am more scared of wasting energy on this than I am of dying at this point.
My god.
Oh. God, I hate McDonald's. It would, like, listen, right? I'm, like, here's the thing, right, okay? Even if McDonald's stops, you know, its ties to, however the hell they have a financial ties to the bad party in the thing we're not going to mention. Just avoid buying stuff from them anyway. Like, I think you need to understand, right, okay, that if McDonald's ever inexplicably went out of business, it'll never happen, right?
They're too big to fail.
Yeah. But if they ever did fail somehow, right? I think
nobody is going to really lose anything.
I think I would, like, how can I put this? How can I put this lightly?
Oops. Getting much. Hey.
How can I put this out? I think I would, come. So if that's a good enough motivator, please boycott McDonald's.
Oh my god.
That's the top and bottom of it, is just, I will be happy if McDonald's loses business forever. I would be happy if Ray Kroc came back to life and screamed about their experiences in hell and then died again. I would be happy if my franchise owner exploded of their own volition in a way that had nothing to do with me.
That's incredible.
I hate the restaurant. It's a disgusting, putrid little stain upon humanity. And the food shit as well.
Oh yeah, about the thing that we were speaking of. One of the things that really gets me about it is that, like, fundamentalists, like Christians or whatever, are on the side of it. For, like, one of the most batshit reasons I've ever heard of.
Because they want the world to end!
Yeah, I was gonna say, which is that they believe that it's part of bringing about the apocalypse. It's like, huh? That's bonkers.
I think that the rapture is the funniest thing, because basically it's like a load of people who, by and large, have pretty cushy lives, right? Like, things are have ended up in their favor.
But look at this level.
Want to make the world a worse place for other people, so that they can prematurely end the world, all so that they can have the smug satisfaction of turning around and being like, told you so!
I watched a video about the topic,
yeah,
a while ago. It was just talking about sort of the weird sort of, like, hypocrisy of it, and that, they believe that, like, people being, like, homosexual and etc., also, like, are, like, bringing about the apocalypse, but they're against those things still anyway. But then other things they're for because they think it's bringing about the apocalypse. They're like, oh, this thing is evil and it's going to, like, lead to the end of the world or whatever. But then also they want the end of the world. But it's like, it's just so inconsistent and bizarre.
It's kind of wild. You'd think that, like, a load of people that had devoted their life to the Bible would have been really consistent in everything they believe.
Like, you got one book to look at here.
One book of no contradictions. Yeah, I was talking to somebody today, and I was saying, like, you know, religion's the like at the end of the day, religion is just the way people get their peons to like do things that are outside their best interest.
I had one of my teachers in school actually told us about that. He just straight up told us was like you know that like they used Christianity to like control slaves. Like they like promised them that like, you know, if they worked really hard they'd go to heaven or whatever, right? Essentially.
Yeah.
He's like, you know, they just use religion to control people, right? Although there was other stuff that teacher did that I think was less good, because he would like tell us about conspiracy theories he believed in, and like showed us footage in Southern Oregon he took of UFOs supposedly, stuff like that.
Oh
there
my God,
is stuff that he told us that was like pretty good, but then all I remember is the conspiracy stuff.
Elena, I don't know where I saw this post. I'm kind of wondering if I dreamt it, right? But I saw like a post, and again, I don't know where, so I'm wondering if it might be a dream. But the gist of the post was like, it was like some guy who like works in like some kind of call center where you report like things you've like things you've seen in the sky, right? And they get like I think it might be for the American government or something, because obviously they're worried about like maybe like drones from China or something. I don't know, whatever, right? But they get a load of calls about like supposed alien sightings, right? And this post was like, I just got a call from a guy who claims to have sighted an alien in the sky. Weird thing is, it wasn't in a UFO. Apparently, he just saw like a normal Boeing 747, looked really close at the window, and saw an alien was piloting it.
Oh, I thought it was just gonna be he saw just like an alien just like flying like Superman in the sky.
No, I like the idea. I like the idea of the binoculars are like somehow you managed to get that good a look through the window, and there's an alien there hey, nobody will suspect me if this is Earthcraft. Oh,
go ahead.
Yeah, there are so many Christians who just do not. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's like the Bible's like rich people ain't getting into heaven, and then the rich, and then the most disgusting, awful rich people you know are like, literally, you should go fucking kill yourselves while we make off of your money in the name of Jesus. I'm so fucking tired. I'm gonna be honest. I'm tired and jaded. I'm getting too old for this shit. I'm sick of society. I'm sick of capitalism. I'm sick of McDonald's. I'm sick of minimum wage. I'm sick of religion. I'm sick of bigots. I'm sick of fucking everything.
Yeah.
There's a very small part of me that's just like, God fucking damn it.
Why did it fling me? Biss, what the frick was that glitch? It was supposed to fling me forward, but it flung me that way for some reason.
Oh.
What the hell was that?
Good news, Shan. Tell me good news. Maybe I've heard. Heard what? Tell me the news. Tell me.
Is it about the new baby? Yeah. It's got a new baby buggy.
First little baby Piccolo.
Because you have to find that I'm a baby clip for me. Because I keep thinking about it, and I keep quoting it all the time. So does Sasha. Sasha does a perfect impression of it.
I'm a baby.
I'm a baby.
Why is... This chair is so uncomfortable. Can somebody come and replace my chair, please?
I need a new chair too.
You could read that sentence either way, frankly.
Fiddlesticks. I was gonna say, I wanted to tell you about, I was watching this video the other night, it was like, abandoned YouTube channels with disturbing backstories, right?
Yeah.
And there was one of them that was this YouTube channel where it was this old man who, like, this was like on early YouTube, like 2007, the channel started. And he just talked about stories about his life, like how he'd been like, he was British and he'd like lived through World War II as like a teenager.
Yeah.
So he like gave stories about that stuff. And then it's just going along and it's talking about how beloved the channel was and that, all that kind of stuff, right? I loved it. And then it just ended with, the channel is abandoned because, he died of old age eventually. In, like his 80s. And it's like, that's not a disturbing backstory. No, it's not disturbing. It was just, like, mostly it was just kind of nice. Like, there was nothing, like, sinister about the channel or anything. It was just a guy sharing his life stories. And then, but he was old. And it's just like, sure, it's sad that it has a sad ending, but like, he lived a long life, he had a good time with his YouTube channel, everybody loved him. It's not disturbing.
I'm imagining like creepypasta music and Chills being like, and so then, as the stories go, he died peacefully in bed, surrounded by his loved ones, with no regrets, after a long life lived. The horror.
I was talking about a video I watched recently. It was like, it was called Abandoned YouTube Channels with Disturbing Backstories.
Oh, Straw Witch, we're talking about,
And one of them was not disturbing at all.
Yeah. Because it was just, there's an old guy who was in about the age bracket where you're probably at the end of your life, and then he passed away.
Yeah, that's why the channel's abandoned. Like, they were, basically all of them were cases where the person died, but that was the only one where it was just like, just an old guy and he died of old age. Like, the other ones were like all like tragic, you know?
Yeah.
Like, there was nothing disturbing. There was no controversies with the channel or anything. Absolutely nothing disturbing.
What a tragedy that we could not curse this old man with immortality.
What were the other channels? One of them was like an early YouTube channel called like Will the Beast. I'd never heard of him. But he was just sort of like just a vlog type of channel where he just like share about his life or whatever. He started as like a teenager and until he was like 17. And then they were explaining about and then they mentioned that he lived in Joplin, Missouri, and then I was like, oh no. I know exactly what happened. Because Joplin is known for having had in 2011 one of the largest tornadoes of all time. Like a mile-wide tornado.
Oh, yeah.
So, I was like, oh no.
I know an abandoned YouTube channel with a disturbing backstory.
What was it?
Electrical Beast, the Jolteon of Let's Plays, was beloved for his Super Mario 64 and Minecraft Let's Plays. But then, he fell prey to the spell of a devious Yankee Doodle, and his girlfriend convinced
Somebody
him
trying to get in the
move
kitchen.
to Oregon.
Oh yeah, Rainy got in the kitchen, Sasha. Sasha! Rainy got in the kitchen. Get her out.
It is unknown if he is still alive, and whether he has managed to survive the harsh American conditions. But
You've heard the voice for making fun of Chills. Chills' voice is so funny because if you go back far enough, he doesn't sound like that. He like slowly like created that voice over time.
I like
It's
the
an
idea that
actual
he just
guy. It's an actual guy. Just talks
over
like
time,
that.
he just made his videos more sarcastically as time went
Like
on.
he had just a completely normal voice with a normal affect, and over time he slowly moved into sounding like that. He just like exaggerated himself over time.
Number 15, Burger King foot lettuce. The last thing you'd want on your Burger King burger is someone's foot fungus. But as it turns out, that might be what you get. Or, as I like to say, Burger King foot lettuce. Bapping you on your Burger King burger, bumpany's butt fungus. Bappy about, bap by bebop boopet.
Yeah, the Joplin tornado in 2011 was one of those tornadoes where like the town was just kind of gone afterwards. Like it just kind of leveled the whole city.
I guess Penny is 74 years old. And she does kind of feel 74 years old.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
We're talking about what exactly happened to the YouTuber? Or, well, it was extra sad because the high school graduation was that day. And they were going home from the high school graduation when the tornado hit. There was another, that reminds me though, there was another tornado I've heard about where a bunch of people survived because there was a high school graduation going on and everybody was at the graduation and like they all survived the tornado because they were all in that one building. This was kind of the opposite. But he was in the car with his dad and the tornado hit them directly. And the dad tried to like hold him in the car, but he got sucked out the skylight. And the dad survived, but they found him several days later in a pond nearby. So, like they both got pulled out of the car, but the dad survived. Yeah. So that one fit the title of the video for sure.
Elena, here's a question. Elena, question, yeah. Right? Did you ever figure out what would happen? Oh wait, no, never mind. Never mind. It's a stupid question.
Uh-huh.
I think at one point I asked you like if you were buried in firm ground, right? But then there's like a half a foot little hole that goes to your face, right?
Uh-huh.
So your face is exposed in a half-foot hole, and the rest of you is underground securely, and like a small tornado goes overhead, what would happen? Like, I don't know.
You get sucked out of the ground? I mean, tornadoes, they do, like, the more powerful ones, they, like, pull up the soil.
Yeah, that's why I decided not to, that's why I had to specify it's not like a Category 5 one.
I see. You could suck the air out of your lungs. Because the reason that tornadoes are so destructive is the pressure difference.
Hannah Minx rings a bell as a name.
Like you can have you can have a tornado that's not very strong, like in terms of wind, but it can still like rip roofs off of houses because of the pressure difference being so severe.
Get a good facial suck. That's my question. It's like, would you know? Suck. Hey, Elena.
I forget the name of it, but there's one tornado that I think, like, it wasn't the biggest or strongest tornado of all time. Yes, Beth?
Can you give me a good facial suck?
Come on, I could have saved that. But but if you only put your tits out of the soil,
be a kiss. That like a kiss would. That's just what that is.
Would all the milk get sucked out?
What if you only put your tits out with the tornado nipple suck?
Well, that's kind of incorrect. Like it could. I don't think you could suck the milk, because milk is, like, produced as it's, like,
Oh my god.
heated. You know, like, there's not a milk reservoir in there.
Oh my god.
It's secreted.
Oh my god. I'm imagining, like, a cartoon tornado. It's, like, barreling along, and then it stops, and it eyes the tits that explode on the ground, and then, like, raises its tip off the ground, and, like, licks its lips. And then it's like, don't mind if I do.
Yeah, there's one tornado, I forget where it was. I think it may have been the dead man walking tornado. I think that may be the one.
Getting motivated by a tornado. Wow.
But that one, it wasn't like the biggest tornado ever, or even the most destructive. But the specific type of destruction it did, I think is the most extreme I've ever heard of a tornado doing. So to me, it's like the worst tornado. I think it should be considered the worst tornado that ever happened. You see why I avoid them penguins now? They like to dog ya, yeah. If you get too many penguins stuck to you, then they take you to jail and you lose.
Would it ripe a dick off?
But basically...
I mean, like, I think once you get to, like, Category 5, it just turns into a blender. So at that point, it would rip everything. Like, at that point, it rips the soil off the ground. It sucks so hard,
it ripped the skin. Times, pull so hard, I rip the skin. But okay, I've tried like 2 different times to start talking about this one tornado. Let me see if I can continue the same.
Okay, but first can I say one more thing?
Okay.
Shan, you're a fucking treasure. Thank you for the stuff you're saying in chat.
Okay, so...
God.
It was just like, so it basically destroyed one neighborhood in specific, right?
Yeah.
It was a kind of, it was like a wedge tornado, so it's one that's like really wide.
Yeah.
And basically, so like I said, it wasn't the strongest tornado ever, but it basically just went and sat on top of this one, neighborhood for several minutes. Like, it just sat there on the one neighborhood. And the destruction it did was so severe. Like it didn't affect houses like across the street, right? Like there was stories from people hiding from the tornado in their house, and then they look out the window and like their house is fine, but in the neighborhood across the way it's just completely gone.
Oh.
Like it like removed like several inches of soil from the ground. It like all the roads were gone, the houses were just completely gone. All that was left was the only way you could tell houses were there was you could see the foundations.
Oh.
Like there were like trucks and stuff that were thrown by it that were unrecognizable. Like they just looked like piles of scrap metal, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I think that, well, I mean, that's remarkable in and of itself, right?
Mm-hmm.
That it just kind of erased the neighborhood, right? But the more remarkable part is some people survived it. There were several survivors. One of whom is only like a little bit older than me now. And her story was particularly interesting.
I like how 2 things. Number one, I like how clearly somebody pissed the gods off. Right. And number 2, something feels like weirdly Simpsons-esque about this.
Oh.
Like a tornado that, like, it wasn't very big, it shouldn't have been too damaging. But it just sits there persistently drilling away just to be difficult.
Yeah, because like I said, people across the street were completely fine. They just come out their house and the neighborhood across the street is gone. You know?
It's like the fucking... yeah. Maybe I'm thinking of The Simpsons just because that one episode where, like, the Flanders' house gets hit by a tornado and somehow nobody else is. Just them.
So basically, so this one girl who survived, I think she was like the only one in her family who survived, which is not super surprising, right? Although I think she was there only with her dad. Like, I think she had other family that wasn't at home. That's why they survived. But basically, her dad put her in the bathtub with like a mattress over her, which is like the typical thing that you do to try and survive a tornado, right?
Yeah.
She didn't really offer that much protection in this case, because she said, I don't remember, she remembers her dad's last words. I don't remember what they were. Because it's been a while since I heard about this story.
Yeah.
But so she's hiding in the bathtub, and then she says there's this, just the loudest noise you've ever heard in your life. Right? And then, she feels like everything start to move, and then her mouth is filling with dirt. Right? Just she's becoming like suffocated by dirt. And then she blacked out. And then woke up in the dirt, still in the bathtub, right? Like just in the dirt outside, still in the bathtub. She wakes up and like her arm is kind of messed up, but otherwise she's fine. Like she's like bleeding, but like she lived and like everything around her is gone. Like that's just like, you can't even imagine.
Jesus Christ.
You know?
Yeah. Also, by the way, Shine says, who do I have to pray to? Who do I have to pray to have the tornadoes rip the McDonald's up? With the people inside, of course.
I think her arm got kind of messed up. Like, it's still not quite right to this day, but like, otherwise, mostly unscathed, miraculously. Not wild. Like I said, I think she's like a year or two older than me. I think they never rebuilt the town. I think there's just like a park there with like a... there, no.
That makes sense.
Or wait, no, actually I think in this case they did, like immediately start rebuilding it. Another town there now.
It's still kind of weird to me.
Because I think the only people that died there were people who tried to shelter in place. There are people that lived there but survived because they didn't go back home to try and avoid the tornado. I might be mixing up stories because there's a lot of tornadoes. I'm into tornadoes as a thing, so there's a lot of tornado stories.
Is a big tornado head.
I'm disappointed there was one.
Tornadoes.
There was one here where I live now in recent times, but Sasha didn't tell me about it. And also, it wasn't here when it was here before I moved. It was just a small one out in the desert, like it didn't even come into town.
Well, now, how would you feel if there was a tornado in your area, right?
Uh-huh.
And you just slept through it and missed the whole thing?
Oh, I would be so mad. I would be so mad. I've been tempted to like I have like a small dream to like storm chasing sometime, you know? Sounds like fun.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I love Dust Devils too. I get excited every time I see a Dust Devil.
Dust Devils are just the larval form of tornadoes.
So when I was younger, we'd go down to Southern Oregon every year to visit family, right? And I distinctly remember one year where there was like a ton of traffic when we were just out in the middle of nowhere, Central Oregon. And so we were just stuck on the highway for an extended period of time. But there was like a bunch of farmland over there on the sides, and there were just a ton of dust devils. And I was very entertained by them. I didn't mind that we had to sit there and wait in the car for so long because there was all the dust devils to look at.
Keep those twisty motherfuckers a million yards away from me.
One of my favorite games growing up was this game called Tornado Jockey. Where you just play as a tornado. And the game has enemies, which are primarily storm chasers. You're supposed to stop the storm chasers. Really funny. You can also summon Godzilla out of the ocean in that game. And then, like, could you imagine a town being hit by a tornado and then also, also Godzilla at the same time?
I'd like to see the two fight.
Tornado Jockey is great. Oh yeah, it's kind of tornadoes. One thing that's interesting about them is that like 99% of them happen in the U.S. There's like they happen basically. They've been recorded basically everywhere in the world. I think like outside of like the poles. But the vast majority of them are in the U.S. And also the biggest ones are in the US. Other places, when they get tornadoes, they tend to be a lot weaker.
America's just kind of cursed, let's be real.
Generally, most tornadoes are made in America, yeah. And of those, the vast majority are just in Tornado Alley, which is essentially just the Midwest. It's kind of strange, like... You'll often hear the thing where it's like people love to be like, I don't know why people live in Tornado Alley. And like, I've seen people say like, oh, if you live in the Midwest, you're just mentally prepared at all times for like all of your belongings to just disappear one day. In a freak act of nature.
Yeah.
It's like, well, why though? Like, you could live somewhere else and not have that worry. You know, because tornado, like there's a lot of natural disasters that happen very rarely, right? And so you can spend a lot of time preparing for them because, like, you know, it's kind of like a once-in-a-lifetime event or, like, once every, like, decade or something, you know? But, like, tornadoes, they have a season. Like, every year, there's, like, hundreds of tornadoes through Tornado Alley. And it's like... I don't know why we as human beings live there, you know? Like, people didn't really live, like, when, like, that's part of the, like, they colonized that land. They didn't have to. You know? Nobody had to live there. It's really funny. Oh, we're fighting a giant robot penguin now. I'm falling off the level. Oops.
I'm proud of you, Alina.
Ouch. Oh, so these just turn on and off the conveyor belts. Not sure what use they are to... What the... What am I even doing here? Oh yeah, I'm also fascinated by volcanoes.
I hate the term Midwest.
Yeah, it should be, yeah, it's very much towards the east side of the country. That's what I'm supposed to do.
Is Arkansas part of Tornado Alley?
I think so. Parts of it are, I think. Anywhere out there that's really flat, gonna get tornadoes. That's one of the main reasons that, like, there's people there, is very flat areas are good for farms. It's mostly, like, farmland out there. But, like in Oregon, for instance, the places that typically get tornadoes, in the rare occasions that there are tornadoes there, is out in the flat farmland areas of Oregon. Also something that's interesting, so speaking of Tornado Jockey, there's a part where... The part with Godzilla takes place in like a big city. But to date, there has never been a tornado in a big city. It's not that it's impossible, it's just that for some reason it's never happened. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
A tornado has never hit a skyscraper before.
Can we vote on which city it happens in first?
Supposedly, Dallas, Texas is a prime candidate for getting hit by like a mega tornado at some point.
Oh no! Not Dallas!
Dallas.
Because Dallas is a nice place and my friend lives there.
The last time I remember there being a lot of like being significant tornadoes in Oregon was in 2016, where there was a typhoon that hit the Oregon coast. And it spawned several tornadoes on the Oregon coast that actually like destroyed some. Usually Oregon gets very small tornadoes when it gets them.
I'm gonna go to sleep.
Oh, why?
Yeah, I want to snooze.
Oh.
Good night, everybody.
Wanna see me defeat this big penguino?
No, I'm gonna sleep.
I was gonna say, that's a wild thing that hurricanes and typhoons can do, is they can just make tornadoes. Looks like Piplup's evolution. Oh, I see. Wait, are you just leaving, Myth? Oh, they're muted. I guess I'll give this boss a couple more tries and then call the stream dead. Kinda tired of the noise this thing makes. Honestly. There's like one like Sonic boss fight that's like this. Or like half the bosses in Sonic Rush. I don't remember what boss I'm thinking of though.
I've lost my fucking phone.
I think you're my best.
Oh, and I've lost my fucking phone.
Sorry. Can confirm you know exactly what I'm talking about? I see. But so I was saying this reminds me of like a Sonic boss fight. I don't remember which one. Maybe it was... I think it was in Sonic Superstars. I'm thinking of...
Do you mean the one where you have to hit the blue missiles?
Yeah.
Head back.
Just because it's a boss in the middle of a circle. Didn't the Sonic Heroes have a boss in the middle of a circle? Or was it just the Sonic Generations 3DS version of it that was in a circle?
Yeah, that's what you think, yeah.
Fuck me.
There's only one slot machine based Sonic boss.
You know,
there are slot machines in Sonic a lot, but there's only one boss you fight by winning the slot machine, I think. And that's in Shadow the Hedgehog.
You know a phrase I heard recently that I keep thinking about?
Yeah.
Fuck me running. Like, instead of just saying, oh, fuck me, it was fuck me running.
That feels like it'd be quite logistically difficult.
Uh-huh. Maybe that's the point of it. That it would be, like, somewhat unpleasant.
Very important.
Uh-huh.
This is me right now.
The missile is very tired. He is eepy. The missile has had a very long day of splashing bandits and wants to take just a small sleep. He eeby and neebies to sleepy. Mibsile sleepy and need bed by time. The missile is currently experiencing critical levels of being a sleevey little guy and needs to go to bed. He is very tired and needs to sleep. Just a little sleeping time is a treat. Midsililele needs to sleep. Vertward boyo. Just a little guy. Mipsipalibile needs his beady sleep. Look at him go. He yawned bit cause he's skiji. Needs to falafel asleep. Nini time, good night, Mr. the Missile.
Well, now I have a video clip I have to play because I did.
Okay.
U.S. military this little fucker is a rogue.
That's not the whole thing. Gotta give me the whole thing, come on. Why is it all so short? Okay, this
rogue U.S. military asset. This little fucker is a rogue U.S. military asset and a danger to public safety. NORAD has deployed Reaper drones equipped with missile systems to conduct global orbital sweeps ready to scramble at the first satellite picture of him. If you let him near your girlfriend or wife, he is guaranteed to play with her hair. He'll grab your bedsheets with his teeth and spin around to twist them into some barbaric fake nipple while humping it and baking his little beans on it because he misses mommy. If you spot him from a distance and he hasn't ascertained your position, your orders are to egress and RTB.
There you go. There you go.
What is this? Is it something on stream?
Yeah, it was just audio. How do you even avoid that attack? I haven't figured out how to even avoid that.
What was the audio? What was the audio though?
It was that this little fucker is a rogue US military asset.
Oh, can I tell you a piece of audio that I appreciate greatly?
Uh-huh.
This scene from Dragon Ball, this line from Dragon Ball Z.
Well. Kakarot, you dog! You did it! You actually did! You're a Super Saiyan! I can see it!
I love it!
I can see it!
Goku is stood right in front of him, glowing gold. He's like, I can see it!
The doctor said I have 20/20 vision, Goku! Or Kakarot, is what he would say. But...
Kakarot, my eyes did not deceive me. You're a Super Saiyan. I can tell. I can just tell. Okay, you look a little bit different somehow. Wait, I'll get it eventually.
How do you avoid that attack?
Taller.
I don't freaking understand how you avoid that attack.
Oh. I think you just be off the
Okay, I won. Think enough.
This boss sucks, I'm gonna be honest. It's a bit shit.
Alright, let's do one more level and we'll call the stream good, I think. Uh-oh, Penny got captured. I hope everybody likes my new little outfit, by the way. I'm very pleased with it. Lobbery.
That is a nice looking outfit. I'm going to be honest.
This is just one particular way I can wear this too. This is made out of 2 different pieces. There's the shirt and the red cami. And I can do whatever I want with these 2 pieces. I got them to use together.
You set them on fire?
Really wear them anymore at that point?
I mean, that's true. It's just that you said you could do anything you want.
Well, I mean, I could do that, but I wouldn't want to.
we appreciate how worthless the cell is. Like, what do they think it was gonna do?
Now I'm thinking about that. Thinking about that video of that like Russian guy, who's like in like this like little like cell thing in like a courthouse. Starts climbing through the roof of it. They start whacking him on the ass. That's all they can reach. As he's trying to climb out.
I hope they somehow inexplicably became free. Also, can I just mention, by the way, like every single stage in this game just blends together for me. Like, I'm sorry to talk about Penny's Big Breakaway, but like,
well, that's the game we're playing. I don't mind you talking about that.
It just feels like it's like, I don't know, it's like they're all just the same kinds of platform arrangements above a liquid, except sometimes the liquid's like trees, I guess.
They shouldn't have. This is like the same issue that you get in like superhero stories. It's like, why did you let them like keep their gear in the prison? Why did you let Penny keep the yo-yo, huh? She couldn't have gotten out without it.
Well, it was clearly smuggled in.
Oh, I see. I guess she was captured by the penguins, and I don't get the impression that they really have a lot of thoughts in their head. The game is very pretty to look at, though. You know? Like, even though the levels aren't all the most distinct from one another, they all look pretty. I don't mind looking at any of them.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know, yeah.
It will self-destruct any second now, delivered to my client. No, why?
I hate these useless people.
Oh.
They should just solve their own problems.
And he's just a helpful gal, what can I say? Being compared to a lawnmower for those sounds you were making earlier, Beth.
What sounds? What sounds that make the lawnmower?
You start going,
that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, you know, that's fine. Yeah, I can't see it.
Uh-oh. Oopsie.
I'm a hard drive.
Wow.
Do you know those like hard drive covers of songs? I like those. Those are cool.
Being into those like 10 years ago. We'll still make them though.
That's what. I don't think you're trying to be dismissive and demeaning, but it sounds like it.
Oh, come on! Oh, come on. I had that. Come on. There. Fuck you, Penny's Big Breakaway. I made it.
Sorry, Link. Sorry, Link. 1 second. Sorry, Link. I can't give credit. Come back when you're little, richer.
But yeah, I can make Morshu say anything you want, by the way. Just have that on hand.
Yeah, but you can't do it as a really bad impression.
I'm just letting
Lamp
people
oil,
know.
rope, bombs.
If there's anything you want
It's
Morshu to
yours,
say,
my friend.
letting people know if there's anything you want Morshu to say.
Can you have
that.
Morshu say, from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free?
Okay.
You gotta wait, there's an ad break.
It ends in 10 seconds. I can also put him on the screen. I'll have that. Yeah. I have this. Still on my screen. But I can just... the audio.
From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free.
I think you could tell what he was saying. Although they give me the subscription. Ta-da.
I'm sorry, Link.
Can't believe people
can't
think gifts are
forgive
obsolete
Reddit.
now.
Come back when you're a little... Oh my god.
What's this? Nothing? I end up with so much stuff just built up in my... Yes. Half of them don't even work anymore. Oh, it's Blinky! We got Blinky still. Oh, I have this. Why is this just...
Yes, it is! Oh.
Why is this on speed dial? Oh, there's Blinky could be in the... that stupid ad kills me. Mostly because I kept getting it all the time, but I could never, like, find it. I spent like 45 minutes digging through all of the ads that company has running on YouTube to find it. So silly. I will never lose it again. Thank you very much. Alright, can I get to the baseball this time? The answer is yes. What ad you find? Or what ad you want to find? What is it? Seventh tower, can you get that? Oh fuck me, no! God damn it. Does 3D ad or something? Jan's putting 2 blankets on you, miss. Yeah, that ad that I just played amuses me so much. Because of just the enthusiasm that this guy has over absolutely nothing. He just goes, the inner self is purged. And he goes, yes it is! Ah! Just like, why are you excited that her inner self is purged? What does that even mean? It's especially funny.
Could somebody please make an edit of that where it's like, your friend is in the garage? Yes, they are! Yeah, they are!
Your friend is waiting for you in the garage.
I love that's an actual Rosalina quote. Like, that's actually something she says in Galaxy, you know.
Oh, it is? Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah,
That's right.
because Luigi turns up and he's like stood next to the Toad spaceship.
Look,
Hey,
you're
Elena,
right.
I made a bad tweet and sent it to you. I hope you like it.
I'll look a little bit. You're in the garage, Timely Enigma? Nice. You're waiting for me in the garage. I can't believe it.
Elena, what would you do if I was waiting for you in the garage?
I'd eat some chips.
What would you do if I was waiting for you in the garage and we were both gay?
I'd kiss you.
What would you do if I was waiting for you in the garage and we were both gay and I had no lips?
What the fuck? Where'd your lips go?
My mouth is just like Aaron's Titan form in Attack on Titan. It's just the teeth are connected to the skin.
Oh. Anyway, I wanted to say about that ad, by the way. Looking into it more, it's just... This guy did a stream reacting to trailers for the characters. Right? Like, it looks like it's meant to be, like he just pulled that character and he's really excited, right? But he didn't.
Yeah.
He's watching a trailer for that character and reacting like that. So either he's just that enthusiastic about this character trailer, or they instructed him to act like he was like he was pulling it, so they could use it for the ad. But there's other ads. So that one, it's not as clear that he's not actually playing the game. But there are other ads where you can see the little YouTube timeline on there as he's watching the video. And so it's just like, it's so weird.
Attack on Titan's weird. It really was.
Well, come on.
At some point I'll probably bother to like watch it, but I've like had everything spoiled, so it's like kinda hard to be motivated. Okay, just a heads up by the way. So I don't know if there's other stuff going on, right? But I know that like at least some of the stuff about Attack on Titan being right-wing propaganda was just not true. Like, I like at this point I basically know of the entire story, and it doesn't appear to be like, it feels like the readings everybody had that positioned it as like a right-wing thing were like either intentionally like misrepresenting the material or just not understanding what was going on. Yeah, because like I mean I don't know. Okay, you know, fuck spoilers. It's been out for whatever, right? So you know that how like how early on in the story, the entire premise of it appears to be basically, you know, inside there are people inside our walls, and then outside the walls are the subhumans who are bad, and we gotta go kill them or whatever, right? And that was like a big part of what people claimed was like the right-wing angle of it, right? The long story short of it ends up being that like the monsters outside the Titans are the same ethnic group as the people inside the walls, and they're part of an oppressed minority, basically, kind of. It's kind of complicated, right?
I think I was supposed to have the invincibility to get through there, but I just kind of glitched my way in.
It's
so
like
that works out.
It's like I remember the like. I remember the thing is that people. I remember like just the main things people brought up were that it had the narrative of like, oh, the people outside are bad, the people outside the walls are bad, and the people inside the walls are good. And then also there was like they eventually cover a storyline where there's a group of people who have like who are kind of like Jewish people in Nazi Germany. They have like the armbands, and they're second class.
Can you break out my crime pals?
But the thing that's complicated about this is that group of people, the Jewish people stand in, is like the group is like technically everybody in the first half of the story, kind of. I don't know. I just remember like I think I knowing the entire story as I do at this point, it doesn't feel like it supports any fascist stuff. Like in its own text, I don't think. Unless if I'm just missing something. Because I don't know, it's like it definitely depicts nationalism and fascism, but it feels like it makes it they're positioned as like as bad in context. Because like pretty much all the characters that you get attached to for the entire first half of the story are part of part of an oppressed minority that are like
Yeah. All right, let's see if I can get a maximum score on this level.
That are like subjugated in the wider world, and then it turns out the entire Titan thing is this weird form of I don't know. I'd have to like go into like all the mechanics of this stuff to like.
I do it. This is 21 message. Oh yeah, the post you made. Look. After reading Link's browser history. I'm sorry, Link, I can't forgive Reddit.
I'm sorry, Link. I can't forgive Reddit. That's how you're supposed to read it.
Thank you. Sorry, my Marsha impression is lacking.
Thank you.
Alright, that's gonna be the end of the stream for now. We all enjoyed. I'm enjoying Penny's Big Breakaway. It's fun to move around in. Probably got a couple more streams of it left, because there's a few more worlds left. Okay, so tomorrow I'll be back, and I will be streaming Super Princess Peach, and also Katamari, and maybe also Mario vs. Donkey Kong. And it's funny.
Can I read a post by the 300-pound Samoan from the 2 cent r/2 sentence horror?
Okay.
So this is 2 sentence horror. Everybody, get in your creepy, get in the creepy zone. Okay. I feel the anesthesia take hold as I lie on the surgical table. Just before I pass out, I hear the doctors say, "Move him to the penis explosion chamber."
The penis explosion chamber?
Oh god. I love how the penis explosion chamber is like the Zoom to Mickey's Dick Smasher's Discord. It's like the same product, but branded a bit more maturely. Oh. Oh, thank you for being here, everybody, by the way.
Okay, so Friday? Tomorrow's Friday? I will not play peanuts. Okay, so tomorrow, Super Princess Peach.
Sleep
Katamari,
well, Shan. Have a nice night.
And maybe Mario vs. Donkey Kong. Sunday, we'll be back, and I'll do Katamari or Mario or Super Princess Peach, and also we'll do Penny's Big Breakaway together. So, the stream schedule coming up. Yeah. Hope you all look forward, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye.